Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for just showing me so much love. I do know that I have been AWOL for like 2 weeks and I apologize for that. Thank you so much for being here though. If you are new on this channel, thank you so much for passing by. And my name is Letabo. Please do subscribe so that you can become part of our small family. Love you so much and I'm grateful. Today, I'm not alone. I'm with my two sisters and best friends. Yep, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I've been doing a lot of videos just by myself. And this time around, I'm having a conversation with the people I really love, Candy and Bongai. And I can't wait for you guys to just get into the video. And we are talking about things that we wish we had learned when we were younger so that it would have influenced our decision making in a different way. And so I'm so excited. Let's get right into it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And yes, for saying yes when I asked you guys to do this video. I wanted to have like a conversation whereby it's not just me talking and like talking about my experiences, but like listening to other people's experiences is always nice and always like always informative. And yeah, so I hope that my YouTube family is going to appreciate this, and I hope that going forward we're going to have more conversations and like yeah, just but more than anything, I want this one to just be fun and relaxing and like just learn while you're having fun. So yes, you guys should introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and like, yeah, anything interesting about yourselves.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Bongai. I love all things code law, like, yeah, anything that revolves any legal matters. I love that. I also love ice cream. Like, I'm a huge fan on ice cream. I will definitely have ice cream, even when it's cold, even if I have to be in the blankets, but I have ice cream at all times. So that's how
And
much
we
I
can
love
all
ice
attest
cream.
to that.
Yeah, I know it's too deep. The relationship is too tight. It's like, so same WhatsApp group. So yeah, that's just all about me for now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Candy, and I love children. I think they're just adorable. And I love to sing. So, yeah, that's me.
Candy is pretending to be so shy. And I like
I am shy.
Oh, wow. Okay, Miss Shy, you are. Oh my God. So, yes, so what I want us to talk about today, or what this video is about today, is inspired by one of my sister's posts that I saw like 2 weeks ago. It must have been 2 weeks ago, talking about financial mistakes that she made as a young adult when she just started working. And also I saw the same, like something similar on YouTube, a video talking about the things that you wish you had known before, when you were younger rather. And I thought, why not do a video like that? I think I have a lot of things that I wish I had learned or that I had known when I was younger that would have, informed a lot of decisions that I made in life that I wish I hadn't made. So yeah, I just want us to talk about the things that we wish we had learned or that we wish we knew when we were younger that would have helped us make different decisions about our lives. This could be with regards to finances, it could be with regards to your career, studying, could be with relationships or friendships and everything else, your family as well. So yeah, you guys tell me what you wish you had known as like the young you. What do you wish you had known when you were younger?
That's a very interesting question, and because as an adult, you realize that there are quite a few things, if not a lot of things, that you wish you'd have learned younger, as the younger you should have learned that would have made it different as an adult. I think for me, I wish I knew how to handle failed expectations. I wish my parents would have spoken to me about it. I mean, of course, it's a duty of every parent to paint that perfect picture, to instill positive and winning mentality in your child, to make them think or believe that they can do anything and that everything will work out, as they expect or wish. And that's good. That's really good. And of course, they want to protect us from, the pain and the disappointment. But the irony of life is that a little disappointment and that failure and that dose of pain is quite, it's not so bad. It's good for us. We can benefit a lot from it. It's just that I wish I knew how to handle those moments in my life. As you grow up, you have a list of things you want to do. I want to graduate at the age of 23. I want to have kids at this age. I want to be married at that age, but when you realize that you start school later, because of certain circumstances, you finish school much later than you even thought, you would finish. And you probably even get married late in your 30s or mid 30s, and you encounter so much failure. How do I handle that? How do I give up? Do I go back to my parents and say, how do I do this? So I wish I knew how to handle such, phases in my life. So yeah.
Wow. And yet we just started.
We started on fire.
Like, hello, let's just say the grace after this.
And just go home. And just go
Oh
home.
my God. I like that though. I like that. Failed expectations. You know what, Ne? Like, you know how like when we were young, we had like plans. I know that is everyone. Like you had those plans that, oh, I'm gonna finish metric at 18 or whatever age that anyone finishes metric, and then I'm gonna go to university and be there for 3 years, and I'm going to get a job, and when I get a job I'll start working, and then I'll fund my honors, and like I'll meet someone and we'll get married. I'll get married at 26, and we'll start a business, we'll start having kids, we'll have like that year gap where we just enjoy each other, and then after that we'll start having kids and all that. And then life is like, that is interesting. Life is like, wow, you're quite a storyteller, aren't you?
It must be nice.
It must be nice. And then boom, you are 30 and, haven't graduated maybe, haven't met someone, or have met someone, Mara, it's complicated, or like we say these days, Njolo, like it's just
a scam.
Like, or like everything that you had planned is not going the way you thought it would. And that's because life doesn't come with a manual. you know.
Yeah.
And also, though we've been given like that like road to say this is how we go, no one prepares you for the twists and turns. No one prepares you for the curves on the way. No one tells you that this is like a Mahubas type of road, you know, like there are corners and all of these things. And maybe that's why we don't handle failure so well sometimes, you know. Maybe that's why sometimes we have those why me moments, like, God, why me? Why am I the one who has to struggle for everything? Because you were never told that you're going to fail sometimes, and you should embrace it, and you should take it as a learning curve. So I really like that. I like that.
And mind you, there are times where you have to start from 1 to 5 and go back to 1, and then you find yourself on 10, and then you have to go back to 1, and then you start over. Eventually you find yourself again. So that's life. That's life.
Yeah, I like that as well. Really like that. It's quite deep. And I mean, both expectations are inevitable. I think that's one thing we just need to be on alert and be full aware of it, you know. And to how to handle them as well, even emotionally, mentally. I think there could have been some guidance or something, Yana, just to help us really. Because forward expectations, they do affect your confidence as a person.
Yeah, true.
You know? And once you're not fully confident of who you are, you start looking for things to hype you up. It might be the wrong things, unfortunately. And then you find yourself in the worst position ever. But had you been told, had you been told about those felt expectations, had you prepared for them, even afterwards when it has happened, they remind you, they guide you to say, no, this does not take away your confidence of who you are. This does not take away from your identity as a person. This is not who you are. Your identity is not solely on the fact that, oh, she failed. No, you experience life. And you learn to move up. You learn to get up and move on. That's how you do it. Because personally, I've experienced failure in so many ways, and I know how it affects your confidence so much, because you just wonder. But if you have, the right systems, people will tell you that you're capable, you've got this. It's those little things, it's those little sentiments, compliments that really help you, that remind you that, you know what, I actually can do this. And you find yourself once again getting up, doing the things that needs to be done, scoring the tickets, scoring the goals, check, and it's fine. That's life. So yeah, those are my sentiments when it comes to failed expectations.
Nice.
Might I say that what Vongai said about having confidence in yourself, I can relate, because sometimes when you have failed expectations, you turn to resent. You resent, you can resent yourself. You resent, your parents for not, enlightening you on, certain situations. So yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Wow. Vangai, what would be that thing that you wish you had known, like at a younger age?
Oh, a lot of things. But I think I would say exploring your full potential. I believe in bearing fruits. Having potential is fine, but I believe in bearing fruits, having the fruits to say, oh, these are the fruits that we're eating this season. We have mangoes and all of that. And what do I mean? I grew up in, people who believe in education, which is a good thing, but there's more to education, especially right now in 2021. You just don't need a degree, you need a skill. You need a skill because it's the skill that sustains you. Exploring even the idea of, oh, I actually want to start a business, I want to start a business. You in your family, you'd find out maybe there's no history of business people, you only have academia people, but you want to be able to explore that business side. Okay, what kind of things do you want to offer? What kinds of goods or products or services do you want to offer? And have that support system to say, oh, you want to try business? Okay, why don't you try and sell this and find out how it works? What are the pros and cons and all of that? Because I mean, academics are good. No doubt about that. I'm not going to should change that or even, criticize that. But it's the skills really that are sustaining us in 2021. Like one income does not sustain you. It does not sustain you. Best believe me, you need an extra something. Find small. Oh, you want to do what you call rear chickens and sell them, rear chickens that produce eggs and sell them. Yeah, let's learn that. Let's cultivate that. So it's the idea of exploring who you are and what you can produce, and let people know that this is what she can be. She's just not a lawyer. She's also a business mogul. She's also, that person who does other things, So yeah, for me, I think I wish I had known how to explore and truly venture into it even at a younger age, because yeah, now it's like you're learning, but it's like you have to balance with your own life with actually learning another skill set. So now it's more of like you have to balance the two, and it's quite hard if you've never had that thing of you're going to school and you're working. You'd find it very strange.
That's
Like,
true.
how
That's
do you
so
do
true.
that? How do you go to school? How do you and have a running business that's producing things? So that idea of let people explore, let them just explore their chances. And also, just to add on exploring, I know especially with the arts industry or even the sports industry, there are people who are actually gifted in athletics. Train them on that. They could be good poets, like they can do poems for the entire. Allow them to explore that even at a younger age. Encourage them, cultivate that. Find people, let them explore, because it's just not like academics only. It's life is it's a full cycle. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wish I had known that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like what you're saying. And as you're saying that, you say something, and then I'm like, oh my God, like I wish I had known that, you know what I mean? Or I wish like things were different. And like, I remember when I just first like got to university, right? And I said to my mom, I wanted to be a waitress, right? And boy, did we not fight. And like, my mom's concern were, when you start working and making small change, you're going to leave school, so go to school, go to school, go to school. And I think we live in a society that, and maybe it depends on where you come from, whereby everyone believes that you need to focus on school, get your degree, and then that's when you can start exploring whatever that you want to explore. Be stable. I think the thing is wanting you to be stable. Be stable, and you can tell us that you want to sing. Be stable, then you can tell us that you want to become a poet. You get what I mean? And I think in Black families, that happens a lot, whereby we want you to be a doctor, we want you to be a lawyer, we want you to be an engineer, we want you to become this. And then all those other things, you talking about wanting to be in marketing, what's that? Are you going to make money? You know what I mean? Don't come here with careers that are not going to elevate you out of poverty. And I think that is because as Black people, we've been poor so much that we've always been like, we want go to university, get a career that is going to make you make money so that you're going to take your family out of poverty, you know. But I think that what we failed to understand is that when we explore the different aspects to our lives, then we get to be Letabo the journalist, Letabo the teacher, Letabo the whatever. And I could get multiple streams of income from all of that. We didn't see it coming. COVID showed it to us now. You know, COVID said to us, oh, you thought you were a teacher. Now there's no, kids are not going to school. You know, schools are closed. What are you going to eat? You know, COVID was like, you thought you are this. People are being retrenched. People are getting salary cuts. What are you going to eat now? You know what I mean? And so now if you have just one income coming through, you're not surviving. You know, you need multiple streams of income, and you could have been able to venture into that, or you could have been able to do that if you've been able to see life as an adventure and you know, like, explore this. If it doesn't work, that's fine. Explore selling this. Fine, it didn't work, cool, let's move on to something else. Do this. You know, and I think also that's something that we should teach our kids, to say, learn how to sell this, learn how to offer the service, learn how to do that. And if it's not working, it's not marriage, it's just business. Move on from it, start again, see what else you can do. You know what I mean? And grow up with that thing that even if I lost my job, I can survive.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I really like that, guy. I really do.
Yeah. I think also parents not supporting us when it comes to exploring, it's because of comparison. They like to compare and compete a lot. You know, so if your child is studying medicine, my child can study law. You know, what stops my child from studying law? You know, if your child is an engineer, well, my child is into IT and all those things, you know, and them comparing, they also make us compare ourselves as well to our peers, you know, and not focus on our skills or our strength. You know, when you know you are good in something, you focus on that and not compare yourself with your peers and not want to be like them. So you explore your own, you know, your own skills and not compare yourself with your peers. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, talking about parents wanting to compete, imagine coming home and Jay, you tell your parents that I want to be a makeup artist in a Black community. Your mom is like, yeah, wanna shoot, guys.
Yeah,
like, you want to be
that?
What is makeup artist? What is a makeup artist?
Exactly. And today we realize that actually you can be a makeup artist and make it. You know, only now do we realize that you could do that. You're gonna tell your parents, I want to be a social media specialist. Huh? You want to be going and posting pictures on social media. That's all that you want to do.
You want to be an influencer.
Yo.
What are you influencing?
for the
Yeah, only now
why.
do you realize that actually
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
people are doing that and actually making it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
absolutely. And
I think with me, right, if I was to, like I said, there's so many things that I think I wish I had known while I was younger, and they would have influenced a lot of my decision making. But I think one that I'm going to talk about and has nothing to do with career or anything like that is in terms of relationships. I love love, so hello.
yes, we see you, girl. We see you. We see you, ma'am.
So I think what I wish I had known when I was younger would be to heal. You know, I wish I had been told that you need to heal certain things before you walk into relationships, before you start making certain friends, before you start taking on and looking up to people as your mentors and making those relationships, before you enter into particular romantic relationships. You know, I wish I was told that, like, love yourself first, heal of like past hurts, and then find yourself or see yourself as worthy of love before you walk into a relationship where you seek for love. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, it does.
So
Yeah.
I wish that was what I was taught, because you know, we talk a lot about daddy issues, and a lot of times I think that I have been a victim of having daddy issues. And so I think that has influenced me a lot into, like, has influenced me in the way I make decisions when it comes to relationships that I've stayed in. You know, sometimes someone tells you, oh, I love you, oh, you're beautiful, and you want to die there. See, you're not moving from that relationship because someone told you that you're beautiful. It doesn't matter how toxic they are. It doesn't matter how they abuse you. Doesn't matter whether they respect you or they don't. It doesn't matter what they do to you. But the fact that they said, I love you, and that you're beautiful, and that they want to spend time with you, you want to die there. And I wish I had healed like some rejection feelings that I had, and I had healed like some past hurts before I started dating, or before I walked into particular relationships, because then I would have walked in whole, and I would have known that this is not working for me. You can tell me from now till next year that you love me, but if you're going to treat me like that, I'm not staying. You know what I mean? I would have known relationships not to walk into. I would have walked in with my eyes open to red flags, to say this is a red flag for me and I'm not walking into it. Only now, when you have healed certain things and you've forgiven certain things, and you know, like, you have started loving yourself and you're like, this is who I am, you walk into relationships saying, I'm building here, this is what I want to build. And if your vision and my vision are not the same, then I'm more than happy to move, you know. But back then, all you want is love. All you want is some type of feeling to say, this person feels some type of thing toward me. You know what I mean? I had no like I didn't think that I should get into a relationship because I'm building something. It was more of, there is an empty space inside of me that I want to feel. And so I wish I had walked in with that space filled already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is that thing that I wish I had known before
Yes, you remind me of this term that they use at church, that we should not go into relationship not complete, that we should go into relationship complete, so that you complete each other's completeness, and not hope that he will complete you instead. Also, I remember I've had a conversation with one of my sisters, and we were talking about child trauma, and she said something. She said that we need to realize that we are a bunch of broken people because of child traumas, experiences we've had as children. And while single, we need to be able to find the necessary help, get the healing that we need, so that we'll be able to go into a relationship healthy, emotionally, and love without walls, and not inflict the pain to somebody, to the person, to the next person. So yeah, I found that very profound.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I love that. I really love that, because you would realize that we entered into certain relationships because we wanted them to meet an expectation that our parents probably didn't meet, our family didn't
oh my
meet.
God.
And again, it leads to those filled expectations that we're talking about, because you had this picture, and with TV as well, with social media as well, we are seeing these relationships that are being, painted, and like people being happy and all of that, but there is more to it than what it looks outside. That there's more work to be done inside. And you can imagine asking someone to fill in a gap, right? It can work for a while. Let me say, it can work for a while, but it gets to a point when that person can no longer meet that need.
So true.
They cannot meet that need anymore. And then what happens after that? When no longer they cannot meet, now you want to try and find other people to fill into that gap. So I'm absolutely big on healing. I am so absolutely big on healing, because even again, it goes again to the type that you're like, oh yeah, you're not my type, what we say. If you are to really look at that type, you'd actually find out sometimes our types, we make up this type of people we want to date based on what we didn't get, what we want to feel in. I didn't get this type of attention, so my type has to fit that demographic of feeling that attention. But again, as I mentioned, sometimes it works, but it only works for a while, up until it stops. And then what happens to you as a person? You go back again to square one. You going back again to the same thing. So healing is so much important, and to be able, as well as an individual, to confront that thing that say, you know what, when I grew up, I didn't get this A, B, C, D, but how do I heal from that so that I can become a better version to the next one? So that I don't put so much expectation on the next person. I think I've seen this quote so many times. You can't place your joy into someone's hand to say, oh, this person will make me happy, this person will make me, feel all of that. That's too much expectation. Because we are humans at the end of the day. I think that's one thing we need to go back. We are just humans. Humanity at its best, and we're going to fail you at some point. Now imagine failing me with something that's so critically essential to me. yeah, it's way too deep. We need to heal. We need to heal before anything else.